Hi, my name is Bryan. I'm the Library Technical Systems Manager with EdTech and Library Services, here to present using PebbleGo with students, along with my good friend and colleague, Mackie Fritzmeier from Steck Elementary School. First, you may be wondering, what is PebbleGo and why does it have such a silly name? PebbleGo is a database that we purchased from a vendor called Capstone, and it is intended to help our youngest kiddos use reliable, authoritative, ad-free online content to learn foundational research skills. It includes really important early reader supports, such as read aloud, which is like an audio voiceover, and also text highlighting as it reads. And this is done both in English and in Spanish. When you're on the PebbleGo home screen, you'll find several things that can help students be very successful. The first thing is there's both an English and Spanish interface for everything. You'll notice that on the screenshot that I have here. You'll see animals, science, biographies, and social studies. Students can also search using the search bar at the top of the screen. And everything in PebbleGo, when you click or hover on it, will be read aloud to the students in their language of choice. Once a student has found an article that they want to read or learn more about, you'll notice that each article has a brief section. In this case, I've chosen an animal. I've chosen frogs. You'll see along the top of the screen under the article heading frogs that there are sections on body, habitat, food, life cycle, and then fun facts. There's also an additional section for most articles that says read more. That'll take students out to other articles or to trusted websites. You'll find the read aloud icon for each article. It's the yellow icon with a speaker. That's to the left of the text. You'll also see citations at the bottom. You can get articles and activities in a PDF form that you can either print out, or if you're in remote learning like we are now, you can post them to Seesaw. Most animal articles and other types of articles also have videos and audio. This is really interesting. If your students, for example, haven't heard a frog croak, then they can listen to that. You can also click on a map here to see the range of the animal, like where it lives in the world. And at any point, a student can use the Espanol button to switch from Spanish to English.
Hi, my name is Mackie Fritzmeier, and I'm a teacher librarian at Steck Elementary. You might be asking yourself, well, why should I use PebbleGo? Throughout the DPS various curriculums, you will find many student projects that are designed to demonstrate skill competency through a project or performance task. But we also know it would be great to integrate technology with opportunities for our students to self-direct their own learning and build their curiosity. We know that it's important to maintain engagement, deliver differentiated lessons, and provide collaborative experiences for our students to succeed. But these best practices are super, super hard, especially during remote learning. Well, PebbleGo and the other databases from DPS Library Services will support all of these best practices and also build on 21st century skills. Using these databases, your students will consistently analyze, evaluate, and create throughout all of their projects. So we're all familiar with the 4 C's of education. Sylvia Duckworth and Michael Fullen have added character education and citizenship into these 21st century skills for student and society well-being. Using PebbleGo will allow your students to practice digital citizenship through learning how to cite their sources and evaluate websites. In the next few slides, I'm going to show you a way that you can incorporate PebbleGo into a 2nd grade research project. I'm using Unit 3 of the benchmark curriculum, Plants and Animals in Their Habitats. Our essential question is, how do living things get what they need to survive? Here I also demonstrate our student objectives and also share the assessed standards. These are my templates, and all of these you can find in Seesaw in the district library, so feel free to use them if you would like. I'm going to start out by allowing my students to choose 4 animals that they are most interested in learning. This way, I'm not just letting them out into the database, but I'm giving them an opportunity to explore and decide which ones are most intriguing to them. This is my simple note-taking form. All of the headings here correspond with the tabs in PebbleGo. So it allows my students to practice navigating through the database, being able to gather facts, and provide complete sentences using sentence stems. which also leads to some differentiation opportunities where my students can add more information if it is appropriate for them. Here's my second page of my note-taking form, which allows my students to draw a picture and to use their labels and other text elements, nonfiction text elements, to demonstrate their learning of their animal and what they know. This page allows my students to gather fun facts about their animal, something that they find very interesting. And One Way My Animal Survives also follows the benchmark curriculum, which is their objective for the students at the end of the project. It also has my students cite their information by giving them the opportunity to say where they found what they've shared. From here, also in benchmark, they've requested us to record our learning of our animal. So we would use Seesaw to record our voice. We would then take turns presenting our animal, and we would all have the opportunity to celebrate our students' work.
So Mackie's presented specifically how she uses the PebbleGo database with her second grade students in a specific unit. The question you may be wondering is, how do I get to this? How do I get started? We try to make it really easy to access all of our databases. You'll go to lion.dpsk12.org and then select your school from the drop-down list. In the drop-down list, you can also start typing your school name and it will come up. Once you're at your school's Lion page, you'll notice here that I'm on the Steck Elementary School Lion page in the screenshot below. You'll want to bookmark that tab so that you don't have to keep hunting for your school in Lion. You can also send this link to your specific school to your students so that they can access it with just one click. Once you're on your school's Lion page, you'll see tabs underneath the school name. You'll see the catalog, which is our library catalog where they can find books. You'll find ebooks and audiobooks. This includes Sora and other important resources. The tab we're using today are elementary databases. And when you click on that tab, you'll see PebbleGo is at the top of the list, but we also have a ton of other elementary databases as well, including some from Britannica, Gale, and ProQuest. And I recommend and encourage you to explore these as great resources to use with your students on any learning assignment or project that you may be working on. These databases are all ad-free. They are all safe for our students to use at home. They can be used for assignments like we just showed you, or they can be used to explore. You know, you may assign something like, hey, explore Gale and Context Elementary for famous music composers and tell me what you find. So all these are safe environments for our students. They've been carefully selected by our Library Services Department to give them a great online experience. Whether you are accessing the databases or your students are accessing it, they'll sign into them the same way they sign into every other DPS resource. We did this intentionally to make it easy. So the sign-in credentials are posted there on the screen for your students or for you to use. If you have questions about databases or if you have questions about integrating these into your instruction, you can email me directly. My email address is leonard_Bryan@dpsk12.org. Or you can email our library help desk, which is libraryhelpdesk@dpsk12.org. Thank you so much for watching.